Dear brothers and friends, a warm greeting and a sign of the great old ones. In this fifth broadcast, we will talk about the Antichrist, but first I want to make a brief excursus on the previous episodes. In the first episode, we talk about the New World Order, showing that it is nothing more than the Old World Order, which seeks to renew itself in alignment with our historical era. In the second episode, we'll talk about the real New World Order and outline its intention and plans. In the third episode, we talk about the cause that produced the coronavirus with reference to the Green Knight of the Apocalypse. Finally, in the fourth episode, we talk about the conspiracy, and it is defined by me that is that madness that spread among the people in relation to the White Knight of the Apocalypse. We have also announced the advent not far in time of the Red Knight and the Black Knight, who will bring war and anger. Now, in this fifth episode, I will speak about the Antichrist, making a clear distinction between the Antichrist of light and the Antichrist of darkness. The first is the Antichrist of life, Lucifer, the new man, the divine man, the Gnostic Christ, the Antichrist of the historical Christians. The second is the Antichrist of darkness, nothing but the shadow of the Antichrist of light, whose work began in 2019 with the spread of the coronavirus, a bacteriological weapon of mass extermination. I want to talk to you about the first Antichrist, and to do this, I extrapolated some thoughts from Friedrich Nietzsche's Antichrist and from a comment by Aleister Crowley. Now I turn to reading The Fire of the Antichrist. The fire of the Antichrist. We know who we are. We descendants of the Hyperboreans. We Gnostic. We historical anti-Christians. We know that historical Christianity, false religion, supplanted in the 4th century after Christ, the Gnostic Christianity, the true cult. We know that the anti-Christian thinking must start from being aware. We know that historical Christianity is the religion of death and of the low vital tonality against the gods and against life, the curse and fall of man, the religion of the anti-nature, destroyer of beauty, joy, love, and strength. We know that the historical Christianity is the supporter of weakness, decadence, suffering, compassion. We know that historical Christianity is the religion of the denial of life, an instrument in the hands of those who, the priest, wanted to create the ill-fated, the sick man, the historical Christian. We know that man must be hard on himself, that he must transcend the conception of the opposite, placing himself beyond good and evil. We know that man must free himself from the millennial chain that afflict him, that he must become the bearer of the cult of power, far from any restriction and decline. We know that man must condemn the priest. He must declare war on this slanderer, this life denier, this poisoner of the life by profession. We know that man must declare war on the God of the priest. This God priest who has on his side the large number, Jews, Christians, and Muslims. We know that the only God of original sin is nothing more than an instrument in the hands of the priest, used to dominate the masses, the ships. We know that this God is none other than the God of the little corner, the God of all dark corners and places, of all the unhealthy lodgings of the whole world, and his kingdom that of the underworld, himself so pale, so frail, so weak, so decadent. We know that this God is nothing but the formula of every slander of this life, of every lie of the afterlife. We know that we must wage war against barbarians, Christians, Muslims, and other troglodytes of similar species, but more specifically against human parasites, the Jews.